Microphones and Monsters is a creative type of production. Special thanks to Mead and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive producer level supporters from Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. And of course, thank you to all of our listeners and our other levels of patrons. Without your support and continued love, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. Thank you all.
Imagine a place where ancient secrets and unnatural horrors lie dormant. A place where the veil between worlds is thin, and the creatures of the night roam free. On Microphones and Monsters, a ragtag crew of travelers sets sail for one such destination. But beware, dear listener, for the horrors of Farzeen are not for the faint of heart.
Let's go with Max next.
Me? Oh gosh. My character this time around is going to be Xerothin, who is a Leonin. And for those who don't know, that is basically a kind of a lion humanoid.
Yeah, Richard, you go. Are you also playing a happy-go-lucky cat?
Actually, I am not playing a happy-go-lucky cat. So, I'm going to be playing Lucius Hawthorne. Lucius is an Aasimar that is 150, which in equivalent human years, I'd say probably like 70 or so.
Our adventurers begin their journey in the town of Risante. The town is a dense and crumbling monument to the port city it once was. The pervasive odor of fish is only partially effective at covering up the stench of decay from the deteriorating structures, open sewage lines, and general filth. For every habitable building, you see several that are little more than rubble and fallen timbers. The homes and inns are simply constructed with tiled gambrel roofs. The individual tiles are indistinguishable from one another, each covered with a thick layer of green moss, seagull droppings, and small sproutlings. Anemic streams of smoke issue forth from the handful of functional chimneys. Lucius Hawthorne, you are in your quarters about to leave with your things packed as full as possible with everything you could think of needing. You stare at the elevator door at the exit to your room and then look back. You look back at the common area, and for a brief second, you can see your old companions in their normal banter and leisure activities. You go to say something to them, but stop as they disappear, and you are left staring into the room that hasn't been used for years. And what do you do?
Well then. Let's see. I guess just kind of pause for just a moment of reflection, and then I'll go ahead and head to the elevator.
The elevator door opens. Oh, good evening, Lucius.
Yes, hello, Manrose.
Oh, it's quite late for your destination tonight.
Well, late as it may be, I feel a need to travel.
Oh, yes. I'm going up.
Thank you, Manrose.
Certainly. As the elevator, you ride quietly with Manrose the rest of the way. And as you reach your destination, mind your head. Going up the ladder through the cellar door.
I take it that the cellar door is normal, or is this just another one of those, like, random exits to the elevator?
Yeah, you're climbing up the top of the elevator, through a cellar door in an alley.
Well, I wasn't expecting to do any climbing, but very well.
Well, the door that you normally exit through is in use right now. I had to make adjustments. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Well, thank you for making it work anyway. And I'll go ahead and go to climb up the ladder.
All right. You climb up the ladder, and you open the cellar door, and it's nighttime, and you are standing in an alley.
I'm supposing this is like the alley, like outside, just outside of like the normal cover, like the normal exit.
Mm-hmm. And you make your way down to the docks, and you arrive, shrouded in a dark cloak. You are greeted by Captain Sensa of Hazel's Folly, who is waiting for you in the shadows. You board the ship, and she leads you to your quarters below deck. The Folly will depart at dawn.
Yes, thank you very much, Captain.
She doesn't have much to say, and she leaves you alone.
Should you need me, I shall be resting.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be resting, too. It's been a long day of loading this ship. I'm glad to have you aboard. So, Captain Sensa is the leader of this expedition. What you know, Lucius, is that she is not a woman to be trifled with. She has a no-nonsense attitude. But you know that she treats everyone fairly and does her share of the work, too. That's what you would know. Captain Sensa, she has a pale greenish kind of skin and green hair. She has very large eyes. In the town of Risante, there are Deep One descendants, or like hybrid Deep One descendants that are actually led by. The leader of the town is a Deep One descendant, and you can tell that she is a Deep One hybrid.
So what you're
deep-
saying
deep
is she
blood.
looks a bit of fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little fishy look, like the Innsmouth, like Lovecraft's
Yes.
Innsmouth. The people there that have that fishy look. If you've played any Lovecraft games that involve Innsmouth, which most of them do.
They're buggy as hell, but they're good.
Now, Lucius enters the quarters and closes the door behind him. He takes off his cloak and reveals his Aasimar features. He walks to the window and looks out at the sea. The moon is full, and its light casts strange shadows on the water. Lucius closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. He can feel the presence of the greater power he serves. He knows that he is on the right path, and he is determined to fulfill his destiny.
What's an Aasimar?
Basically, it's like a part celestial. Basically like a quarter or less celestial would be like.
Think
an
Adam.
Aasimar.
Think Adam Warlock.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
No.
Basically, like somebody that their grandfather or grandmother was an angel, basically.
Okay. I can work with that. Thank you.
Hey all, we truly appreciate your support for Microphones and Monsters. To experience even more Microphones and Monsters magic, join our Patreon at patreon.com/creativetypo. You'll get ad-free episodes, bonus content, and even some uncut sessions of our monster slaying exploits. And don't forget to discover another Creative Typo show waiting for you after this episode. Thanks, everyone.
Xerothin, Max. It's a sunny day at the docks. On Hazel's Folly, a group of sailors are loading cargo. A large Leonin man with dark gray fur walks up to the ship. He is dressed in a brown tattered cloak. A voice in Xerothin's head speaks to him.
Hazel's Folly. That is the ship that man was bragging about. The fool that thought it would be an easy voyage to Farzeen. He thought it would be a vacation.
And you are free to talk and approach Captain Sensa, who is... Captain Sensa is with her first mate, looking at the navigation maps.
I have a question for meta purposes.
Okay.
For the voice, can I converse with the voice, or is it one way?
That's up to you if you want to be able to converse with it, or if you want it to more trying to influence you,
Okay.
or guiding you, influencing you, however you want to do it.
Okay. I like the guiding one because the internal monologue might be a little bit much, but we can chop that out. Okay. Would I have like a slip of paper or something like that I've been selected to work on this travel or something like that?
What I sent to you,
Yeah.
that happened already.
Yes.
And you, based on what the voice just told you, you know that Hazel's Folly is looking for a sellsword.
Okay. All right.
Or they're going to need one because...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got you. Good afternoon, Captain.
How are you doing? I haven't seen anyone as large as you around here. Well, what could I do for you?
There's a job offering. Sellsword.
Yeah, that posting was a little old, but our sellsword did not show up at dawn this morning, so I am looking for somebody. Are you capable? How capable are you?
I'm more capable than him.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, I mean, you look strong. I'm curious on what your weapon of choice is, since I don't see one on you.
You should leave that to me. This is your ship.
All right.
How long have you had this ship for?
Oh, this is our first time going out on it. So fresh crew, fresh new captain, and you know what? I like your attitude. Very go get 'em. Let me tell you this. We're gonna be selling to Farzeen, and we are taking a shipment. We will all be splitting the shipment payment upon arrival. So if you can also help out as a deckhand as well, everybody on the Folly will be working as much as they can. It's a small crew. We don't want to bring in too many people and split the money even more. So if you're good with that.
So Xerothin's gonna lean in real close to Sensa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you'll have much conflict on this voyage? Your first voyage?
Well, there are dangerous things out there on the sea, as well as pirates. So there's always the chance that it could be dangerous, yes. I am Captain Sensa, by the way, and this is my first mate, Aiden Sailor. And I'm sorry, I did not... What was your name?
My name is Xerothin, formerly
Xerothin.
of the King's Crown Pride.
Oh, I might have heard of that. That sounds familiar. Well, if you are okay with the circumstances at hand, I do need a sellsword quickly, so this is actually quite convenient for me.
I will make sure that you make it through your passage, as I have business in Farzeen as well.
All
But
right, then.
I will not be your deck hand. I will be your arm, your blade. That is all.
Well, your arm can pull a rope now, right?
Yes. Xerothin's kind of going to be like caught off guard with that.
Well, the quicker we get there, the more we get paid. So fighting things that may be out there is part of the job. The other part is making sure the ship is operating at full capacity. So that's how it's going to be. And she doesn't seem to be like intimidated by your predatory presence.
Very well.
Like she's standing her ground. Sorry.
Please show me to my quarters, and I'll report for duty at once.
It is a small ship. There aren't many quarters other than the captain's quarters and the investors' quarters, Lucius. But everybody does have the option of sleeping on the deck or below deck.
Below deck it is, then. Just tell the rest of your crew to stay out of my way.
All right. You may be having to work with other members of the crew, so just keep things peaceful on my ship.
Peaceful. I will be peaceful as long as they are not a hindrance. That is all that I will say.
All right. She nods at you and turns back to discussing navigation with her first mate. She does let you know that we are shipping out at dawn the next day. And we are going to cut to nighttime that night. All right. So that night, sleeping under the deck, it's a calm and eerie night on the Folly at the docks. The moon casts a silvery glow over the water and in through the portholes. And the only sound is the gentle lapping of the waves in the creaks of the ship. Xerothin sits with his back against the wall, still seeming alert. He is asleep, but his brow is furrowed and his sleep is restless. You see yourself in a dark alley, your arm a constant shifting mass in the shape of a club. The other sellsword, his pulp spread across the walls and ground of the alley, dead.
You did what you had to do. He was weak. He deserved to die.
And I'm thinking, like, you can be talking to yourself. Like, not talking to the voice, but talking to yourself in between the voice saying things.
Mm-hmm. The man was a fool. Drunken fool. You shouldn't have let that information slip out.
You are strong, Xerothin. You are powerful. You are destined for greatness.
Greatness? I do not care for greatness. I only have one goal at this time. He has to die. That's all that matters. He will die by my head.
You wake in a cold sweat. You look around, but there is no one else. You take a deep breath and try to calm yourself down. What do you say to calm yourself down?
Remember what Tultus taught you. Calm as the ready mind. Calm as the ready blade. And just kind of go through enumerations from what Tultus had taught me in the past.
Okay. The dream felt so real. You can see the look of fear in the other sellsword's eyes. you can still feel the power of your own strength after beating him to a pulp. Say one more thing to yourself.
I do not know where this power came from, but I must say, I'm starting to enjoy it.
Well, it has been a long time since the last time I was outside. I kind of wonder how the world may have changed in that long. But I feel this is something that I must do. There is something sinister on the horizon, and I fear that I may be the only one to be able to take care of it. Let's hope that I am right.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm an anomaly, chaos incarnate, and I might be the cause of the end of humanity. Listen to Isfet Archives, a creative typo production, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow along as my friends and I try to save the world from, well, me.